Hey, SEGways! How is everyone doing? Hey! I'm joined by Crow Crap. How's it going, Crow Crap?
Hello.
Thanks very much for joining me. So, we we got a few things planned for this live stream. I want to tell you guys, as it says in the title, about my experience in the Zak Bagans Museum. And also, I'm looking at this. I'm not looking forward to this. As what we were talked about, I believe in the the last live stream I did in Australia, I got myself some
Classic
of this.
American. There you go.
Now, full disclosure here, guys, I woke up quite hungry, and I got myself uh, an A&W burger for the first time. Never had A&W before.
Mm.
Delicious burgers, really, really good, really, really yummy burgers. A&W, never heard of it before. As a huge mistake, I got the chili cheese fries this time round, and I already feel sick. I'm not joking. This isn't me bullshit. I already feel sick because I ate this chili, and it wasn't even good. I don't know what. I should have stopped eating it. So this could be a giant mistake. I mean, I say could. It will be. This will be a giant mistake. I'm even scared to open it. Yeah, the hearty thick cut.
Oh, so that's what I say. If you get bologna, you have to get a thick cut.
33% thicker than
Ooh.
Oscar Mayer original bologna. Made with chicken, pork, and beef.
Mm. But also, this bologna is kind of tainted because it's been sitting like in Seg's ice cooler,
Yeah, yeah.
and the ice has not been the
That's actually
freshest.
seriously true. Yeah. This might have been sitting in like room temperature for a few hours, maybe
Uh,
longer than a few hours, maybe like 6 hours. But it's cold now. Like that is cold. It's been in the fridge now. But anyway, let's say hi to everyone. Who we got on the show? Trunky Turtle, how's it going? Glenda Watt, how's it going? Chaz Melly, how's it going? Jenny J, how are you? Roger, hello. Kells, hello. Susan, 87 Paranormal, Joe Fatali, Kaz, Mama Paz, Ghost Wiener, Violent Rook, Moose, I missed the second part of that. Michael, Mike Mystery, excuse me. Gingerly, Mary P, Double K, Addy19, BJ, Joel Brown, Anna Grace, Shannon Elizabeth, Miss Kelly, Rebecca Keys. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted. Round of applause for Rebecca. Thank you so much, Rebecca. Really appreciate you. If you got one of those gifted memberships, please be sure to thank Rebecca for her generosity in the live chat. Really appreciated. In fact, this is what I should do. Like, for every donation, I'll eat a slice until I literally need to throw up. So, Rebecca, the first slice is on you. Thank you very much. Elaine Baker, the lovely Elaine Baker, hello. Mystic Meow, hello. Ashley, hello. Lynn, hello. Stu Farrell, hello. Jenny Tweaks, hello. Kenny Biddle, hello. Anna, hello. Paranormal Monkey, get the fuck out. Monique D, Susan Ross, Jazz Jackson, I hope you're well. Shaz, hey, Mark, the sarcastic law student, the dark one, hello. Sisters of Mercy, hello. Chris Storm, hello. Jazzy, hello. Mo, Moose Mossgreen, that's what I missed before. James Spange, Breen, hello. JM Creature Comforts, Raven, Caroline Saxby, Lone Wolf Heart. Oh, there's so many. Marcus White, hello. Simon Stevens, hello. Big Dan, hello. Why do they call you that, Big Dan? Sarah Burton, hello. Monique D, I'm not sure if I said hello to you already or not, but hello, Monique D. Anita Drake, hello. Okay, all right, okay. Well, Mr. Gray, eat it. There's too many. I'm going to regret saying that donation thing, aren't I? All right, okay. Fantastic Publishing, thank you so much for your 18 months. I appreciate that. Thank you. OMG. Oh, God. Oh, God. Pavlin, how do I say that? Nijman? Nigeman, surely. Thank you so much for your 5 gifted. Appreciate that. Round of applause for Melvin here. Did I say the first name right the first time? I don't think I did. Thank you so much, Melvin. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you got one of Melvin's very generous 5 gifted memberships, please be sure to thank Melvin in the chat. Cree Storm, 6 Canadian. Thank you. Just happy to see you. No need for you to eat if you don't want it. Yeah, you're right, everyone. I'm not going to bother eating it. Thank you, Cree Storm. I won't bother. Oh, wait a minute. 5 months. Thank you very much, Queen Jay. Thank you. Give me 5 to put in the air fryer before you. If I had an air fryer here, that'd be a good idea. Lee, thank you so much for your £2. Thank you. A little hungry package. The Dark One. Thank you very much for your 2 months. Don't get fat, Seg. Too late. Too late. Okay, let's do this.
Yes. Do that again. Slap it like that with your hand.
It's been a bad boy.
Yeah, slap your bologna first.
Oh God, no! It's all slimy.
That gets the good stuff, man.
Oh.
Oh, God damn.
Like, can you see it on there? Oh, I just dripped on my keyboard.
You got
I gotta clean that up. It's gonna like soak in.
You got bologna juice in your freaking Apple computer, dude. So moist.
Oh, good God.
Moisture overload.
All right. Oh, it feels disgusting, man.
Oh boy.
It really does.
Justin said, "Eat your foreskin." What did Justin say? Your foreskin
dripping off.
Oh.
I'm not eating that whole thing.
Shake it around a little bit. The bologna.
Right.
That's a thick cut, guys.
Oh, it's so gross to touch. All right.
It's so thick.
Wait a minute. Okay. Well, I so don't want to do this. Cheers, everyone.
You gotta put it in your mouth hole? Oh, okay. Welcome to America. Oh no, this don't look good. We might have a situation.
I'm still chewing it.
Oh,
the inside of this mask is going to smell even worse. I don't know if I can swallow this. That's what she said.
Yeah, so damn it, you beat me to it.
Oh, it's so fucking bad. I can swallow it.
Really? It's an American class. It really isn't that bad.
It is.
It's just pelican beaks and elephant hooves and.
Shut up, man! You're not helping.
Sorry.
I'm still chewing it.
Kenny said, well, "We all know you swallowed." Kenny said. Mythos said, "You survived it then."
Oh.
Come on,
how do you guys eat that? That's so bad. I'm still chewing it.
Oh boy. Raven says it's roadkill.
I'm gonna turn the camera off so I can have some water because
yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, that was so bad. That was so bad. That was so bad.
What did Justin say? Foreskin meat?
Oh.
Why is it dripping? Like Raven says.
Oh.
Wish you had like some bread and cheese, so at least do a proper bologna sandwich, you know?
Shut up. You don't get the repackaged crap. Get it from a deli. Much better. I highly doubt it's going to be that much better.
True. It is a lot. It's a different world than from the deli.
But
believe me, Kenny knows me.
Surely, isn't the point of me doing this is to try the crap? Isn't that like that was the point, right?
Yeah.
Or am I actually supposed to go to that? All right, I'll tell you what. Kenny, for those who don't know, I'm going to be with Kenny later on this trip. Kenny will go to like a proper. You show me a proper deli, and I'll try it from there because it's surely got to be. I mean, look, like now that man, I've got to hold my hand underneath.
That's the thick slice, baby.
Oh,
Kenny knows his tubed meat. Believe me.
oh,
Believe me.
oh! I feel so. That was nasty. It's repeating on me. Okay. Oh, did I miss? I was being in the museum for 6 survives and I haven't even got around to talking about the museum yet. Oh, that was so rough. Ghost Reno, thank you so much for the €5. Bologna a day keeps the doctor away. Yeah, it keeps the doctor away, but the bloody mortician comes in. Maybe it tastes like shit because it's been out in the fridge. No, I don't. I hear what you're saying, Raven, but I don't think that's the reason this tastes like shit. It's because I'm eating shit. It's literally all the leftover parts compacted together.
that did not help. That was.
I mean, it says it right. Oh, wait a minute.
Mechanically separated.
I'll put the lid back on so I can show you. I've got a feeling it's still going to leak out even with the lid. Now that I've opened the lid once.
It's juicy.
I don't want it to. I'm going to hold it like this so it doesn't leak on my laptop again. But it says it right there. Look. Made with chicken, pork, and beef added. I don't know. Chicken, pork, and beef. That's ridiculous. But then again, like, you know, I've told you about this. I don't like hot dog meat. It is like a hot dog meat, isn't it?
It's pretty much flattened out hot dogs, I would say.
Yeah, it's flattened out hot dogs at this stage, yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I've done it, guys. I tried it. It's not that. Yeah, it is. No, it is, Joe. It is for people outside America. It is that bad.
Yeah, forget how bad we eat. So for you on the outside,
it's an assholes.
Yummy.
My second favorite masked man with my first. We won't ask who's who, but thank you very much. Thanks for joining us. Ms. General, thanks very much for your 2 months. How's it going, Mythos? Yeah, I think I read out your comment earlier, but I didn't say hello. How's it going, Mythos? Julienne, how's it going? The side eye, the only way to have bologna is all beef deli, and it still isn't good. So help me out here. Is bologna supposed to be all these like a hodgepodge of different meats just all slanted on, or can you get an all beef bologna slice?
Yeah, the all beef bologna is for the high class citizens.
Right.
That's
okay.
The good stuff. I'm going fancy. Yeah.
You missed it, Mr. Gray. I've already ate it.
He said, "Eat it."
Eat it.
Mr. Gray was giving commands.
He's also sliced anyone. Oh, I'll do another bite later, maybe.
Can I read a comment?
Peanut butter on bologna is good.
So is the bologna better
or
worse?
The thought of that is making me gag a bit.
So is the bologna better or worse than the museum?
Better or worse than what?
Than the museum.
Than the museum?
Yeah.
Better. No, the museum is all right. Okay, all right. All right. Saying if you take the bologna and spread it all over a car, it will permanently leave spots. Really? No. I'm so glad I invited you, Crow. All right, I don't know what's going. Harold. I don't know what's going on there. Don't start spamming. No. Okay. I'm just catching up with this. If you're going to start spamming, man, just get out. If I've got a mod in here, can you just kick that guy out?
Kenny's debunking baloney in the chat, guys.
Kenny, I find it. I'm actually quite. Where's Kenny? Where's the last thing he said? There you go. Bologna is a type of cooked sausage. A popular lunch meat in the United States is made from... Did you just cut and paste this from Wikipedia?
Yeah.
It's made from finely ground meat, soft pork, beef, chicken, or turkey that is seasoned, cooked. The fact that you're saying that like it's normal. Like, honestly, I'm sure, like, I'm going to say something like, oh, we don't do that in the UK or Australia. I'm sure someone's going to go, oh, Seg, did you not know every single meat you get from the supermarket is like that? But, like, you know, when you get beef sausage, it's... Shut up, Crow. When you get beef sausage in the supermarket, it is beef.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this is false advertising. Like, it literally says it at the very front here. This is a mixture of every fucking animal known to man. I think we're just lucky to know that there's no horses in here or whatever fucking roadkill they found that morning. But, you know, so it's not saying it's something it isn't. But the fact that you guys think that's normal is weird to me.
Has aardvark toenails.
The crow sounds on the stream, right? That's funny. Someone just thought he had a crow flying past their window. Eating that shit, at least you preserve. Yeah, you preserve you die. I can't believe. I actually can believe. I'd like to think that someone like Mythbusters have done this, or they've just bought, like, you know, hundreds of packs of bologna and just slapped it all over a car, and then discovered that the car, you know, discolors the car or something like that. If that is true, nobody should be eating that stuff. That is gross. But again, someone will just fact check me and go, "Oh, did you not know that that happens when you just do it with, like, you know, 100% pork or something like that?"
Well, there is a bologna nipple game. You throw the bologna against the person's chest to see if you can get it to land on their nipples.
Look,
it's a lot of fun. I'm just...
What? Sorry, no, repeat. Because you said that like it was something that everyone... Like, you said that like it was something I've heard of before.
Bologna nipple darts.
Bologna nipple darts.
There you go. It's an American pastime. You'd love it.
An American pastime by the name bologna nipple darts. What do you do? You throw bologna at someone's chest and hope it hits their nipple?
Right. There you go. That's pretty much the game, right? It's kind of like a cornhole.
How did you become a superpower?
I don't know. It's fun though.
How did you Americans become a superpower? Should have had Midwest Ghost on try some bologna with you. I used to work directly with him for a few months. He's a cool dude. Oh, okay. Doing what? Faking shit? Okay, yeah, but Midwest is a good guy. Maybe next time I'll do that. I'll maybe while I'm here, I'll get some deli. I'll find some deli bologna and I'll try some. Oh,
yeah,
that was so
stuff.
gross, though.
That's the high quality stuff.
Okay, how far behind? I'm 2 minutes behind the chat. We can all agree that's not bad by my standards. That's exactly what bologna is. Every culture on Earth wastes trap into their thin meat slice with arse slime. Oh, God. It's the arse slime that's the bit that's got me there, because it kind of is like arse slime.
That's just the sodium to protect you from it rotting away.
Australia made sandwich spread from used yeast seg. Do you mean Vegemite? Is that what you mean? Because that's completely different to that. Like, if you mean Vegemite, that's completely different. I'll have some scrambled cook after your visit.
Scrapple? What is scrapple?
What's scrapple? I thought you said scrambled for a second, but then I realized it's a completely different word. What's scrapple? We have a pie in the UK. My dad loved it. It's comfort food for me. Polony? Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, it's the same kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, yeah. It's going to sound like a dumb question. Corned beef hash, that is just beef, right? That's not mixed in with other stuff. That is just beef, isn't it?
I'm not sure. I love corned beef hash, so I'm not sure what the fuck's in it. But
yeah, I haven't had it in a long time, but I do remember liking it. 7 months. Thank you very much, Dr. Peter Venkman. Sig now has bologna fingers. I do. Yeah, I do. See if I can smell it off my laptop. Yeah. Yeah, my laptop now smells of bologna. That is the souvenir I did not want for my laptop. Okay, I suppose 20 minutes in, I should talk about Zak Bagans Museum, shouldn't I? But I'm still trying to get over that trauma. Enough talk, eat some more. Oh.
Another big donation. Would you eat some more if you get another big donation?
I know I said that earlier, and I deeply regret saying that now. Scrap. Yeah, so other people are asking what Scrapple is.
Yeah, never heard of that one.
Scrapple is a Philly thing, I think.
Mm.
Like, it's a lot of Americans don't know what it is. Scrapple is Scooby-Doo's nephew. Potatoes.
Potato.
Try Rocky Mountain lobsters. Oysters, excuse me. Okay.
Those are actually like balls. These are testicles of some animal. I forgot.
No, I'll pass.
That juice. No, sorry.
Corned beef hashes, beef and potatoes. Oh, okay.
Okay.
It kind of is. Because that's kind of what dog food is, isn't it? Dog food is just like, but that's what it really should be. That's what dog food is. Like all the mixture of meats that the offcuts should be cat or dog food.
Mm-hmm.
But here I am eating.
Welcome to America.
Welcome to America. Oh, God. Justin, shut up. Scrapple is a traditional Pennsylvania dish, a Dutch dish made from pork scraps, trimmings, and often crumbled corn meal, flour wheat, or buckwheat flour, and spices. Is it good? Because it kind of doesn't sound good. And
Kenny's
going to make me some.
Really good. I'll eat it.
What wouldn't you eat though, Crow? Where would you draw the line at? Don't go like extreme stuff, like bull testicles.
I know one fucking zucchini. I think fucking.
No, I'm actually with you. I don't like zucchini either.
Disgusting.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't like zucchini either.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what the iconic Boston food would be for Seg to try. Maybe chowder.
Chowder.
I like chowder.
Yeah, me too.
Chowder. I haven't had any chowder yet since being in America. I need to get myself some chowder. Seg, will you ever come back to the UK and eat great English food? Yeah, as often as I possibly can. I'll be back in the UK eating good food. I love British food. Angie, thank you very much for the 8 months. My fellow US peeps eat the grossest things.
I don't know. I've seen some pretty odd dishes online as well for you guys.
Oh yeah, but like with some, you're not wrong. Don't get me wrong. But we also have ones that just have weird names, but they're delicious. Like remember when we told you about what tone the hole is?
Yeah. What's that black? Is that black curdled meat black sausage or something?
No. That is pretty much like a Yorkshire pudding. So it's like a Yorkshire pudding with 2 sausages or however many sausages you want in the middle, and the Yorkshire pudding goes around it. It's fucking delicious.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
You gotta like Yorkshire pudding.
Blood sausage. That's what it was. Blood sausage. Oh.
Yeah, it's not usually with blood sausage, but we call it black pudding.
Oh.
How am I getting so far behind the chat already? Oh, okay, so Kenny loves his scrapple.
Kenny loves meat.
Right, sorry, I'm missing a lot of chat, but I'm just trying to get down to the bottom. Dawson's in the chat. How's it going, Dawson?
Hey, Dawson.
Yeah. Talk about the crappy museum. Right, so let's talk about at the bottom of the chat. Let's talk about the museum. Right, so we did the RIP experience thing, which means I got like a lanyard, which I showed in my last live stream with David of Scariest Places. I'm not with David right now, but I'm going to be meeting him later today, actually. He still has to work. He's got like a day job. So it was myself and David that went there. Funny enough, Weirdly, there was another YouTube channel when I was there called. It's really bad. I can't remember. They got a bigger audience than I thought. They were a bigger channel than I thought they were. I think it's like Ghost. Oh, what was it called? Ghost Researchers or something? Wait a minute. Oh, I need to go get my phone. It's saved in my phone somewhere. Wait a second. If no one really cares, I'll link it maybe in the description. Where did I put my phone?
Oh shit!
I just need to know what the name of this channel is, so
Okay.
in case anyone else heard. They're a British ghost hunting channel. Wait a second.
Okay. Hey, Cag, you said. Let's see. Hey, Elaine Baker. How's it going, Elaine? Mr. Spaghetti's in the house. I was saying chow. I didn't know for my whole life. I didn't know chow was. I was saying siao. I was like, what the hell is siao? It's actually chow. Just learned
Ciao. It sounds like how I was struggling the first time I actually had to try and read Bologna out loud.
I
just realised I've never actually seen that word written down. So they're called the name of the channel is called Ghost Trip Investigation Limited. Has anyone ever heard of them? They seem like nice fellas.
Yeah.
They got quite a big channel. Well, by my standards, certainly. They've got 53.7 thousand subscribers. They told me that they're a bit bigger on Facebook and Instagram. I think they're more on there than they are than on YouTube. A couple of guys seemed very nice. They were I didn't talk to them that much. Just a little bit at the beginning, a little bit at the end. But like I was kind of half observing them during the tour, and because there's certain rooms in Zak Bagans Museum where they let a spirit box just go 24/7, and when you go into the room, you just ask questions and you see if anything comes through on the radio. They seem to be very into that. Ghost Trip Investigators Limited, I believe that was what they were called. Like they were giving each other real weird looks when like all I heard was just weird static noises with the odd little blip blip, blip 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 blip, blip. But they were giving each other the kind of looks like, oh my god, what was that kind of thing. That's not to say that they're
it's because you're not open-minded.
Like I haven't checked the channel out. Like I said, they seem like nice guys. I'm not accusing them of anything like that. I just think they're very into this stuff. I guess what I'm trying to say. But yeah, like a bit of a coincidence that I happen to be on the same tour as those guys. Myself and David happen to be on the same tour as those guys. So you have to start things off, and it's kind of you can see because you can't take any photos off. So the reason I'm telling you about this now, without like doing a proper video about it, is because you're not allowed to take any video off the actual museum. Like there's cameras all over, and Zak exploits like hell whenever anybody falls over, stubs their toe, has a bit of an owie, whatever it might be. He'll plaster it all over the place, and he'll show, because you got to sign a waiver. And when you sign the waiver, it's like he can use whatever happens in there. If you go in there and something happens or something doesn't happen or whatever, he can use your footage and it's fine. So he can use my footage. There's nothing I can do about it. I'll say that. I don't think he gives a toss. I'm not like saying he would care. I'm just saying that he can do that. So, yeah, you're allowed to take photos in the lobby kind of area or reception area or whatever you want to call it, where you sign the waivers and they hand up. Because part of the RIP experience is they give you a lanyard, you get a T-shirt at the end of it. I'll find the T-shirt for you in a minute. And you get access to certain areas. There were like 2 or 3 areas, I think, where you're allowed to get access into, which regular guests are not allowed to go into. And So when you go, but when you go into the lobby, it's a very interesting. Like, you kind of know exactly what to expect when you go in that lobby, because he makes a lot of effort. Like, there's a lot of effort put into this to make it look like it's like an R-rated version of the Haunted Manor in Disney. That's pretty much where I'd put this. Like, very, very theatrical. It kind of knows what it is, a bit like Zak Bagans himself, where he takes himself very seriously, but ultimately Zak kind of knows he's a bit of a joke. And I think, even though he does, in my opinion anyway, I don't think he overtly, obviously leans into it, but he gives you enough subtle hints that I think he's somewhat self-aware enough to know that he is a bit of a joke of a character. And the in my opinion, the 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 whole museum is set up in a very similar kind of way. So when you go into that lobby, there's lots of like creepy dolls and creepy little artifacts and things like that. There's photos of famous people that have been there, like Nicolas Cage was photographed in there, Joe Rogan, Sam and Colby, all those kind like people like that, right? But then there's like these big, almost silly, over-the-top, cartoonish things, like a skeleton holding a flag that says like "Welcome to Zak Bagans Haunted Museum," and it's kind of silly. So there's a mixture of like genuine trying to creep you out in an overly Hollywood theatrical way, it being self-aware enough to know like, hey, this is an attraction because we have celebrities come in here, and also kind of realizing that it is a bit cartoonish, it is a bit silly. So when you by the way, I haven't really been paying attention to comments, but Crow, if there's like any interesting ones that I should like questions, do you just stop me and get me to
okay.
I could like, or maybe I just explain what I thought and then I can take questions at the end. I don't know. When you go in there, he does a lot with manipulating smells. There's different scents in different rooms. Like when you go into like a library area, it kind of smells like musty old books. When you go into other areas, it kind of smells like cigar smoke. When you go into other ones, it has like a very concentrated, like incense kind of smell, things like that. There's lots of sound effects going off, like you're just ambient kind of noises going off, and every now and then the ambient noise will just spike in volume. It just goes boo like that, and you're like, oh, some people are jumping.
Let me ask you on that point right there, because I saw somebody ask about, do you think they were using infrasonic or infrasounds in there? Mess with you.
I've tried to look into buying equipment to measure that. First of all, chances are they would never as soon as, because there's cameras everywhere. If you try to bring anything like that in there to measure it, they would throw you the fuck out straight away. I'm almost certain that's what they do. It's a 2.5 hour long tour, and there's only one moment they give you any water. So, and even though it's air conditioned, you're still in the middle of the desert. So, I do wonder how much of like the fainting, all the rest of it, might just be dehydration. Along with that kind of like infrasound, I think it's 19 hertz or something like that, which is that kind of the human ear can't detect it, but it's enough to kind of like mess with your balance.
Yeah, at 18.98 hertz, it's supposed to vibrate your eyeballs, which is supposed to make you see weird shit or feel weird or feel dizzy.
Yeah,
supposedly.
Can you just give me 1 second? I just need to like blow my nose. Just 2 seconds.
I wanted to ask Seg about the this, because I thought it was gonna be all haunted dolls and shit. But it looks like there's some pretty cool stuff in there. I saw Dr. Kevorkian's van, and I was like, that's pretty creepy. That's pretty fucking eerie, man. I didn't know they had that. I'm curious if he saw that. I'm sure he did, but and also there's a weird statue in front of the museum. It looks like the freaking goblin from the Ghostbusters movie, like the statue.
Yeah. There's like a gargoyle or something like that at the front of the museum, which I think is intentionally looks a lot like the Ghostbusters one.
So did you see Dr. Kevorkian's van?
Sorry?
Did you see Dr. Kevorkian's van?
Yes. So that was like what I was going to go into next as well. Sec for Pope. Too soon. Wait a minute. Let me just get Kenny's dumb name out of the channel, off the screen even. So there is the museum focuses greatly on serial killers. There's a couple of, and because it's a real old mansion. Like, it's not like just built. Zak didn't have it built for it to be an attraction. It's like, it's not originally, it's several, it's quite, for Vegas, it's quite an old building. I don't know when it was built, but yeah, so the rooms are all quite small. All the rooms are pretty small. And yeah, Dr. Death's van is in there. So he talks a lot about Dr. Death, and, you know, he does do things like he puts up, I do believe a lot of the items, not all of them, but a lot of the items are probably genuine. He puts up like receipts, like literal receipts of what he of what he's purchased, and the van was a big one. There's a whole room dedicated to different serial killers. So there's like a whole bunch, and I don't like this, because this to me is like, and I don't care if people think I'm being extreme when I say this, I actually do mean this, like the kind of level of weird fan glorifying, but like fandom of collecting memorabilia of serial killers is similar to me of people who really into collecting Nazi shit. Like, it's fucking weird. So he has a whole, I understand that you can make the argument that Zak is doing it for an attraction to make money, but I still don't like it. Like, if someone did the exact same thing, here's a whole room full of Hitler stuff, I'd be like, I don't like that. That's just uncomfortable. I know the whole point is you're not supposed to like it, but I still, on many different levels, don't like it. So there's a whole room, and it's like, here's a Charles Manson bit, and here's Ted Bundy bit, and here's John Wayne Gacy, and here's Chopper Harris, and here's, you know, all those kind of things. And like, you know, he was like finding locks of hair off like some serial killers, and here are the tapes they recorded, and I don't know. It was just like, I just think it's in really, really fucking bad taste. Kenny just says here, don't trust receipts. I have information from past employees that he cannot purchase anything with his mother's permission, and he embellishes the prices. Who, Zak can't buy anything without his mother's permission? Zak Bagans needs his mother's permission. Huh. Yes, says Kenny. Okay, have I missed something massive about Zak Bagans? Who's his mum?
Well.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, Crow, do you mind just sending Kenny an invite to this?
Yep.
Yeah, let's bring Kenny on.
Kenny, I don't have. I'm
all right. Do I have your email? Oh no, I can send you. Actually, I can do it.
Okay.
Ignore me. I can do it.
Last time I did it, it didn't go through. So I don't know if I could.
Kenny Biddle, there you are.
It's probably ignoring me.
Oh, it'd be so funny if he comes on and still ignores you.
Yeah.
On this live chat.
Yeah. Doesn't like me.
Zeg, can you not wear a hidden camera? Pete, I am not at liberty to say if any form of devices were used on my person to record if I did or did not do that. It's certainly not, I'm not allowed to do it, so who's to say I would ever do such a thing? I will leave it at that, so no lawyers sue me.
Mm-hmm.
Sig, have you met up with the 2Js yet? The 2Js?
Did you see the haunted the Dibbit box? Ooh.
Yes, and I'm going to talk about the Dibbit box as well. But Kenny's written a paper, an article about his time at Zak Bagans Museum. So, yeah, like there are a few more things I would love to talk about. He does cram a lot into that house. He really does. Like, and there was some things on there that. How long ago did you go, Kenny?
So I was there probably the last time was 2 years ago. maybe. Yeah, about 2 years ago.
Right. So since then, I believe that they do. They have added some extra elements to it. Like he's done a whole bit on Bobby Mackey's now.
Okay, yeah, I didn't see that.
So he's grabbed. So like it's like and then as part of the RIP experience,
Right.
he's because we all know now that Bobby Mackey's been torn down. Zak went in and bought like the dance floor and made his own floor into that. He bought some other like memorabilia from there because I think they were probably just all going to throw it out anyway. And somehow this is supposed to mean that it somehow retains the spirits.
Right.
That have been very, very, very publicly debunked as well. Like very, like there's nothing to back up any of the claims about Bobby Mackey's, but he's still. I was almost impressed on the bullshit with Bobby Mackey's. I was like, even though you have been really debunked on that one, not only by like John Wolfe, but also by ghost hunters, he still has doubled down many years later, still doubled down to say, oh, I'm going to spend a bunch of money and dedicate a whole, because it was more than one, it was like 2 rooms of Bobby Mackey. He actually got quite a lot of Bobby Mackey's in there.
Yeah. Does he have the guitar? The satanic guitar? Is that on display yet?
Yes.
What's that about? What's that about?
So he purchased that, and I wrote an article. I got in touch with the seller, and the seller admitted that he made up the entire story. And I published. Zak called him and asked if it was true, and he was told yes, it was true, but he put it away for a while, and then when the last time I was there, we heard that it was coming back. It was going to be on display soon. So it doesn't surprise me that he's still going to display that thing. Completely made up story. It's just an old beat up piece of crap guitar.
Acoustic guitar.
I'm sorry. Is there somebody else here? What? Is there somebody else in this chat? I love you, Crow.
No. Denying your love.
Too far.
Oh boy. But so yeah, real quick. I don't want to take much time away from you. But
too late.
I was there for a while ago. I was there, and I was literally flying into Vegas. And when we landed, my phone started blowing up with text messages from the husband of a woman that worked there, and that eventually
worked at the museum.
Yeah, she worked at the museum as one of the guides and a manager, and that led to a meeting with the woman that worked there, plus 4 other women that worked there, in an oddities museum or oddity shop that was in Vegas, that had stuff on loan to Zak's museum, including there was a huge dollhouse that used to be in like one of the first rooms you walked into. And then there was a coffin with a skeleton in it that used to be in there. But talking to them, they said, don't look at any of the prices. When he says he paid like $10,000 for something, he probably only paid $1,000, if that, because he likes to embellish. It makes it look like he has a lot of money and he's spending a ton of money. But he wasn't in control of finances. His mother, who was like his agent / mommy, she had to sign off on everything before he was allowed to actually purchase stuff. And that, again, this is from former employees. And take it full disclosure, they were all fired at that time because of one of the articles I wrote. They were fired because they shared the article that I had written, and Zak found out about it and called each one of them with his lawyer and said, did you either share or click like on this article? And when they said yes, he's like, well, I can't have you working for me. You're fired. And they weren't allowed on the premises for like 6 months, and they couldn't pick up their stuff, like anything that they had in a locker or anything. They weren't allowed to pick it up for 6 months. And but they had all signed NDAs, which is why I never wrote about that, because I didn't want them to get in trouble. But it's been long. It was over like a year. I think it was a period of a year or two where then they could come out and tell everything. But it's been so long. It's information that I do have that's documented. I recorded the entire interview with all the ladies. So I have all that information, but it's just ridiculous. Like, he wasn't allowed to buy anything without mommy's permission.
That's so funny. I had no, like, that's all news to me as well. I had no idea that his mum was like heavily involved in like the in the management side of his career. Like, I had no idea.
There's a lot.
I've got a lot more things to say, but like, first I just got to say some thank yous. First off, as a PayPal donation, Christina, thank you so much for your 75 Australian dollars. That's very, very generous of you. Thank you so much. I will have to eat a bit of bologna for that.
Fuck yeah.
And Ragman Media, for the 50 video, for the 50 gifted, you're a bloody legend, mate. Thank you so much, but don't anyone call him a bloody legend, because he doesn't like being called a bloody legend. You know, being the bloody legend that he is. Thank you so much, mate. If you got one of those 50 gifted messages, please be sure to thank Ragman in the chat. Because of those two, I'm going to eat the rest. Like, honestly, I'm actually gagging at the thought of this.
Eat it. Eat it. I've never gotten bologna where it was wet.
Oh,
like, I go.
The packages come with that.
I mean, that should make it slide in and out. So you're good.
Shut up!
Dude.
Like, Jesus.
I always get it at the deli, you know. So it comes in the plastic bag, not prepackaged like that, but it comes in the deli bag, and you're like, all right, cool. It's just regular meat.
It's your fancy, Kenny. You're so fancy, aren't you?
I know.
Oh, your fucking books in the background. You're so smart, aren't you?
Shut up, Crow.
All right, both of you, shut up. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I gotta do it.
Eat it. Eat it. Swallow, bitch.
Kenny's really getting into this. He sounds like he's talking from experience.
Oh man.
Kenny's place like, Kenny, you're bad. He really is.
I like bologna. I mean, bologna sandwiches is something like we grew up with them. So
I got some bologna for you.
But I've never, ever picked it up and had it dripping. Like, it just never done that. I want him to. Hold on, big boy. I mean, it's not as bad as Vegemite. That stuff sucks.
Chewing.
He's gonna hold. He's.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, he's gonna blow.
Oh, damn it.
He's gonna blow. He's gonna pop.
Jason Hawes in the chat. Perfect timing.
Oh man, this is great. I love watching this.
Oh, nearly there.
Anyone watching The Crown?
Oh, you know what it is? Every now and then when you chew into it, I swear to God, I could feel like a little something hard in there.
That's just a gristle.
Yeah, it's a gristle.
No, that's a fucking bone or something.
It's not a big deal unless you feel it actually moving.
It's like a vein.
It's just like pelican beaks or something, you know. It's not good.
Yeah, it's a little bit of the hard part of the tongue. Oh,
It's probably part of a tongue.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Luna Bean's in the house. How's it going? Hope you're well. I'm glad you're enjoying the show. It's like time for revenge. You motherfucker. Take some of that. Rich, I was drunk. Thank you so much for the €2. If it's wet, it's out of date. Oh. Is there a sell-by date?
Yeah, there should be a sell-by date on it.
No, but I'm experiencing bologna, guys. It's normal in those packages. It's got a lot of juice. It's got a lot of juices.
Did you get it at a gas station?
No, what's it called? Walmart. So, 17th of July, 2025.
James said you ate a vein.
Yeah, I think I ate a vein. That's why I think it is true.
It's processed. There are no veins.
Nah, they'll find a way. I don't think it's that process.
Oh man.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, this is disgusting. Like as I was talking, because it's so bitty, little bits of like I spat little bits into the fucking mouthpiece of my mask.
Oh no.
Oh, I had to pick it out. Oh,
I'm not
that's
wearing
so
that mask.
gross. Oh, it's gonna stink of fucking weeks. I need some water to wash out this shite.
Your mask is tainted.
Oh,
Well, I'm sure it's tainted anyway.
That thing's.
We know what he does with them.
It's got some miles on it.
Oh, I'm side-eye guy. Oh. Oh man.
So, Kenny, do you think he's running infrasound? Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I know that he has the entire place wired, and like Seg was mentioning, there's cameras everywhere. There's a room where, as I remember, there's a room that has it's almost like a banquet room, and it's open where you can see the second floor. But right off of there's a secret door, and it goes into a little office where he has monitors, and there's at least 100 cameras that are throughout.
Yeah, there's like multiple cameras in each room.
And the tour guides had told me that he's got the same setup at home, and part of the stress that they feel is that they all have to wear earpieces, and they hear him yelling at them. Like if they get anything wrong, even if he's at home watching, he's yelling at them through the earpieces, saying, "You fucked that up. You screwed that one up. You're going too fast. You're going too slow." And that's why you see them stressed out.
Mistress Katie, thank you so much for your £2. Swallow the moist meat, log Seg.
Take one for the team, Seg.
Jesus Christ.
Moist meat.
Okay, wait a second. One more. Okay, here we go. Creestorm. Thank you for the 5 Canadian. Shut up, Crow. Why did you not just get the bologna sandwich? I don't know many that eat it like. I was supposed to eat it raw, wasn't I? Wasn't that like the thing? This is the thing, right? In Australia, when you get cold cut meats, it's delicious raw. You're supposed to eat cold cut meat raw, like it's called like a charcuterie board.
Yeah, but that's like when you get lunch meat. When you get lunch meat style, like you don't have lunch meat style. You have thick cut, which is you put it on the pan, you fry it up.
Right. Okay. Right. Well, I fucked up then. Yeah, and I'm paying the price for it.
Yeah,
you are. Like to have a classic American bologna and cheese sandwich with mayonnaise and mustard.
There you go.
Maybe next time. So much better.
Next time.
And we'll make you some scrapple when you get here.
Seg, if you come to New York, hit me up. I've got a place you may be interested in, and it's cheap. Okay. Am I in New York? New York States, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. When people say New York, do they mean New York State or do they mean New York City?
It depends. I mean, I usually, because I'm from Philadelphia, like anytime people say when you come to New York, I immediately think New York City.
That's what I think.
I'm in Western New York. I am on the opposite side of New York than New York City. So it doesn't.
That wins the comment of the chat. But I will pay you to stop eating that crap. Thank you very much for your £3. I feel like I need some like whiskey to burn that all off. Zeke, thank you so much for your €2. You gotta fry that bologna. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Next time I've got like access to that, I'll fry some bologna. Sega's gonna die from the food he eats before he gets his side of the US. You're probably right. Wait a minute, what's this? Plus, Zach owns the house next door to the museum. Yes, he does. Wow. And he monitors everything from that house next door. Yes, he does. I saw that house. He doesn't even really make. He doesn't shy away from that. There's like a big scary doll in the window of that house looking over at the museum.
Right.
So yes, he does own that. Mike Stash, thank you so much for your 14 months. Hey to you, Mike Stash. Thanks very much for the 14 months of support. That's amazing. Okay, so wait, one more. Marcy Grace says, thank you. Greater, thank you very much for your €2. Bologna, sick face. Yes. Yeah, I can confirm. Oh, wait a minute. It's Danbury Courthouse in Stoke County, New York. We filmed at
North Carolina. That's not New York.
Oh, did I? I thought I said New York, but it's New NC. My mistake. I won't be in North Carolina, I'm afraid. I don't even know where North Carolina is.
It's south.
Don't
of
say
South
you. Don't say America.
It's north of South Carolina. You're good.
Hate ranch from US. I really like ranch. I wish we had more ranch in the UK. Yeah, dude. Next time, I'm hoping to do America again sometime.
I could
Yeah,
send you some.
New York City. All right, thank you. I'm not far behind the chat. Actually, I'm right on cue. Okay, so back to Zak's stuff. So what I found, what frustrated me, considering I've been doing this channel now for a couple of years, I'm sure Kenny felt the exact same way when he went. There's certain rooms in there where he tells stories that have been totally debunked. Like, for instance, and also he makes a real big deal of artifacts that, even if they were the actual artifacts of the certain case, holds no relevance to anything supernatural or spooky whatsoever. So I'm just because in each room a monitor comes up and it's Zak Bagans talking in the monitor, and one of those small rooms is about the Devil Made Me Do It case, about David Gletzel. Is that how you say his surname?
Yeah, Gletzel.
And he was like, talking about it was mainly focused around his possession, and then he talks about the Warrens being involved in that possession. They were not involved in that possession. They weren't around during that exorcism, should I say. They weren't involved in that exorcism whatsoever. He got that wrong. And then he also says, he makes a big deal where he very dramatically, like, this panel electrically opens and reveals a rocking chair. Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck does a rocking chair have to do with any of that case?
That's the one where it's claimed that the kid, or no, Lorraine, because they were at the house, and Lorraine claims that she turned around and in the corner of the room, that rocking chair was there, and she saw a devil sitting in the chair.
Oh, right. Okay. Bullshit.
Okay.
That's bullshit.
Absolutely bullshit.
Yeah.
And then also, what annoyed me about that, again, like always, Alan Bono's name wasn't even mentioned.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, and you'd be forgiven to not knowing because no one ever talks about this, he was the poor bastard who was murdered in cold blood, stabbed 7 times by Arnie Johnson, and Arnie Johnson, greatly from the help of the Warrens, only served 5 years in jail for cold-blooded murder.
Yeah.
And nobody gives a shit about Alan Bono. No one cares. No one even knows his name. That room annoyed me. I've got a few other things to talk about. But very quickly, Sid, thank you very much for your 14 months of support. How bad did the hype... Sorry, it's repeating on me. How bad did they hype up the fake Dibbit box? So, yeah, the Dibbit box as well. Funny enough, that's what I wanted to talk about next. Kenny, I asked... And I felt kind of bad asking the staff members some questions, but the one I asked was like, the Dibbit box, the basic story of the Dibbit box makes no sense.
Right.
Where did it come from? Nobody, like Cock and I Joe, nobody knows. Like, they shoehorn in that a lady that survived the Holocaust made her way over to, I forget, was it Spain? Yeah, Spain.
Yeah, Spain.
And it's like, what has that got to do with anything? Did she make the Dibbit box while in the concentration camp? Well, of course she fucking didn't. Like, how would she have gained possession of this when all Jews who were put in concentration camps, all their possessions were sold or destroyed? Nobody knows where this Dibbit box came from.
Right.
And then, like, what's inside the Dibbit box? And just nothing. Like, bits of paper and some thimbles. And they don't know.
Thimbles?
They don't know.
The whole story is just it's a hodgepodge of just bullshit. It's whatever idea came to Kevin Mannis's head, because Kevin Mannis is the one that came up with the story, and admitted freely on my show that he made it up. And I mean, it's just a ridiculous story. Yeah, where did it come from? The woman escaped from a concentration camp, went to Spain. Somehow between Spain and coming here, she acquired this box. But there's more to the story where apparently like she get together with her friends and they did this ritual in order to summon a demon to win the war, and it went bad and it made it worse for them, and that was it. Like there's nothing else. And you're not supposed to open it, but we have pictures of not Kevin Menace, the Jason Haxton, who is the guy that wrote the book about the Dybbuk box. He bought it. He was the third owner. And when he bought it, he sent it to an Amish craftsman to have it replicated. And there's pictures of it in the shop wide open. So like, what's trapped inside?
Yeah.
You know,
and I asked the staff members that, and they just didn't really know or seem to particularly care.
It's baloney.
It's baloney. Oh, I've got something else to say as well. I also met Grace the doll. Is it called Gracie or Grace? I can't. The Great. Is it the Grace doll? It's called the Grace doll.
Yeah.
Peggy. No, Peggy. Who's the Grace doll? That's fucking my haunted hotel. Sorry.
Yeah.
Peggy.
So many bullshit dolls out there.
Haunted doll.
That's another bullshit haunted doll. Sorry, Peggy. Thank you. Who said that? Valkyrie Range. Thank you very much. Peggy the doll. So this was one of the moments. Like when you go to see Peggy, they have a spirit box going off. And first of all, I don't trust their spirit box because I think it's just probably pre-recorded.
Right. It's pumped in there.
Yeah, but even let's just say, because when we went there, the spirit box didn't really say anything. And I've also got to talk about, before I forget, remind me about when we went to the basement, because that was one of the RIP experiences, the basement. Like it was like their VIP kind of thing. So with Peggy, you know, this is when that other group I talked about, Ghost Trip Investigator Limited, they got really excited about this because they thought they could hear things from this spirit box session that I was just like, it's literal static noise. I can't even hear a word coming out of it. But I did go right up to Peggy, like face to face like that, and just said, "You're a piece of shit. Go fuck yourself."
He did the same thing.
I had to whisper it. So no one else could hear. But I was just like, "Go fuck yourself, you fucking scamming piece of fucking shit. Like, prove me fucking wrong." I was just like, for a while, because I saw other people go up and just, because you're supposed to stare in her eyes, right?
Right.
So I was just doing that, but while taunting Peggy. At one point in the museum, I asked openly if anything's around, attach itself to me, full permission to touch me up, fondle my balls, put a finger up my ass, whatever the fuck you want.
Because you don't believe, Seg.
Yeah, Seg.
Isn't that fucking convenient?
Fucking skeptic.
This is the thing. If I could save so much on like anyone who ever wants to get into exorcism. Just say anyone who's getting possessed, hey, just stop believing in it. It's fine.
Just stop believing. Yeah, don't believe it anymore. You're fine.
You're fine. You're sorted.
You pass.
You know all that bullshit.
Yeah,
it's bullshit. Just accept it's bullshit, and it'll go away because it's all in your fucking mind. Anyway, so yeah, went up, taunted Peggy, looked right in her eyes for quite what felt like quite a while. Anyway, it's surprising how much of a dickhead you feel.
Yeah,
insulting a plastic doll.
An inanimate object.
Yeah, like going up to, I could just do this, like, you piece of fucking filthy. Who the fuck do you think you are? You make me feel sick, quite literally. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just fucking retarded. Yeah, so, I'll get in trouble for saying that. Oh well. I heard a few people saying Robert the Doll. Robert the Doll is not at Zak Bagans Museum. No. I don't think he could afford Robert the Doll. There's no Robert the Doll. I heard, did he have Annabelle in there for a little bit?
There was something with the when it came to Vegas. I think the museum, the traveling museum or something came to Vegas. I don't know if it was actually in his museum or if Zak was just where the traveling museum was and then touched it when he wasn't supposed to. And, got all, possessed again because that's what he does.
That's what he does.
Peggy's there, though. Peggy, that is one of those haunted dolls in the world. Peggy's also there. So lots of haunted dolls.
There's a lot of dolls in there that are alleged to be haunted. There is a moment in there as well where you quite literally walk through a Halloween style scare attraction.
The circus thing?
The clown bit.
Oh, where he does all like the circus.
Yeah, the
shit?
circus. Yeah. So like, and
Yeah.
there's a guy who's just dressed like. There's a bunch of like
It's a
mannequin
freak
type.
show.
A freak show, yeah. But there's a bunch of like mannequins or statues, and then there's one bloke who's real who will just go woo to you, and it's like it's quite. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's Las Vegas. It's called a museum, but it's not. It's a freak show kind of like thing. So I can't get angry that I will say this as well. It's done very well. Like it looks great. Like everywhere you could go to that place a couple of times and see stuff you didn't see before. It's almost overwhelming how much shit he's got in that house, and it is mostly just boutique junk. Yeah, it's mostly stuff that he would have found in a thrift shop, maybe got off eBay, and maybe just got like someone to make it look a little bit more moldy and
right. It's basically a vintage antique store that they turned the lights out. That's it. Yeah.
Ragman, thank you so much for your 20 gifted. Round of applause for Ragman. Whatever you do, don't call him a bloody legend. I'm having a little bit more baloney for that.
I saw Justin said a minute ago that it was owned by. I lost it. Damn it.
The story is that it was
too small.
Yeah, that's too small. You have to do a whole piece.
No, I'm not doing a whole piece. Fuck you.
Do a whole piece.
All right.
Stop being a pansy.
I'm not doing a whole piece.
Look how wet it is.
It's
so shiny.
Justin said originally owned by Jane Harris of HMHIH. Does that ring a bell, Kenny?
I started looking into it a while ago, and I was having trouble finding records on it about it being a law firm and stuff like that.
Moist.
And oh, that's great. You can see the regret twisting
even
around
through the mask. He looks. Yep. Yeah.
That's great. That's awesome. I love it. Did you go down into the basement? Yeah. I had heard the last people that when I went there before, there were a few other people that got the VIP or RIP thing. They went down in the basement and came back up, and I asked them about it, like what was down there, and they said that the Bela Lugosi mirror was down there, and I think that was that's the second article I wrote about the museum, and it actually didn't belong to Bela Lugosi, and it didn't do anything that he said it did, and the history that he had with that mirror and Bela Lugosi was completely fabricated, made up. And when that article published, that's when the mirror moved down to the basement, and it was you had to pay extra to see the fake shit.
Yeah,
is that down there still?
So you go down there, and it's done very well in its like they make sure there's not very many lights down there. It's very, very darkly lit. As you're walking, he's obviously, I don't believe Zak's thought of all this himself. I think he knows what he's doing very much so. But like as you're walking, like he just put some I think they're like rubber, like not like rubber, but like chipped wood kind of thing. Wood chip kind of flooring, and it just but not all of it, just enough so your balance is like a little bit off, and you'll feel. And the idea, I think, is you don't know where you're walking, and it gives you all around a sense of unease, which is like a very, very clever and subtle thing to kind of do. You go in there, it's another place where there's a spirit box, and the mirror is there with some little text around to explain what it is. So I just stood in front of the mirror for ages, just staring at myself like a fucking idiot. And just my own ugly ass reflection. So I went up to and whenever this is what I normally do when there's like a spirit box and those sort of things, like I'll say like, how many fingers am I holding up? Like that's a direct, that's what I want to hear. Like that's an intelligent response. Not like, did you die in this room? Oh, it said, mate, it said some time ago. I was like, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck off. So,
Right.
so what I will say, I did this, and I asked the question maybe 3 or 4 times, and I got both 2 responses that both I believe said the word or the number 8. And I'm like, well, he got it wrong, of course. And then David from Scariest Places says, well, what if it's through the mirror, it's seeing double? And I'm like, okay.
Justifying.
Okay. Well, I'll be like, okay, well, yeah, I can sort of see what you mean by that. Obviously, I don't believe it, but I can see where someone who believes in this stuff is coming from with stuff like that. But like, other than that, yeah, that was it. It's a very, very small room under there. And yeah, you got to pay. That's one of the things you got to pay extra. So the 2 things you got to pay extra for is that and the Bobby Mackey's thing. I can't explain to you how stupid the Bobby Mackey's bit was. Just very quickly, the Dark One, thank you so much for your 5 gifted. Thank you. Round of applause. Also, going back to the 20 gifted from Rago Media, whatever you do, don't call him a bloody legend. And then Dr. Peter Venkman, thank you so much for the $20. I'm going to have to eat a bit more bologna, aren't I? I will do, guys. I owe you a bit of bologna. I got
a bologna pony for you.
Don't worry, it's over quickly. It's only like 2 inches long.
Half a cocktail sausage. I'd love to see how you do a reaction video on season 4, episode 18 of Ghost Adventures. I promise you will love it. I'm going to screenshot that. I will quickly say, do you guys know this episode?
No, but if you know if he's saying it, it's got to be pretty fucking cringe. So.
Well, I remember a lot of people recommended me to check out the Goatman Bridge one, and I'm like, that. For every single person who told me to check out Ghost Adventures Goatman's Bridge, that
Wayside Inn.
What?
The Wayside Inn, season 4, episode 18.
I'm not sure where that is.
In Georgia.
Is that the one, Peter Venkman, the Wayside Inn? You know what I watched earlier? Because funny enough, I'm going to a lot of the same places that Zach went to on that pilot episode of Ghost Adventures. You know, like the documentary they did before they became Ghost Adventures.
Right.
Where the brick went flying. That's so how did they apparently they went on fucking news. They went on Fox News and CNN and things like that to talk about this. Like, it's so fake.
Yeah.
Like, it's so transparently, obviously fake. There's one, just quickly, let me just talk about this. There's a bit where like Nick Groff is holding his camcorder, and like this is in Goldfield Hotel, far in the distance, there's like a shadowy figure that pops out and kind of goes back in. The way they present this on the documentary is Nick is filming, Nick's camera is replaying the footage on the screen of his camcorder, and Zach is recording that. And that's what's on the document, not the fucking footage that Nick caught, the camera recording the screen.
Right.
I'm like, how does no one call them out on that? That's so
you know what?
transparently bad.
It's standard practice. You see that all the time. Instead of actually giving us the original clip, the original video footage, it's always someone holding their phone recording a monitor.
Yeah.
A TV screen. And we don't get the good footage. And that way you get a shitty, crappy, low resolution image. So bad.
Douglas Scarborough Fisher, thank you so much for your 11 months. How cringe was the museum 11 months? Woo! It was cringe, but it was. I don't regret. I don't know where you fall on that, Kenny. I kind of had fun with it. Or did you just hate it? I thought it was an experience.
Yeah, I'll agree with that statement. It was an experience, and I did it twice. Because I went back with my editor for his birthday, and we wanted just to see if we could get in. Because I was also told by the former employees that I was banned, and I wanted to see if I could get in, which I did.
Right, that's good. Did anyone recognize you?
I had a mask on. I was wearing a regular mask.
You coward.
Yeah. Well, it was still at the end of the pandemic. So we were at the end of it in Vegas. So I wasn't taking a chance. I got sick anyway after that, but I still didn't want to take a chance. But yeah, I mean, if you were allowed to go through and just look at everything yourself, I think it would have been good. I would have enjoyed it more. I felt both times I felt rushed through each room, like they have a schedule to keep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's like every 30 minutes a group goes through.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And
But
we were changing.
I think it might have been held up when we were there because there were some times where we felt we were in a room for a little too long.
Right. Yeah. And we were changing tour guides too. We didn't keep the same tour guide. They changed out every few rooms, which I didn't like. And I couldn't read everything. Like I wanted to go into some rooms and actually read the descriptions. And they wouldn't let us. Like it was like, all right, you're in there for 30 seconds. Come on out. Let's go. Let's move on. And then the time I got yelled at was we were in the freak show room, and the guy had done his like drill up the nose trick.
Yeah, we saw that too. Yeah.
And then there's like a mock trailer there. I don't know if that's where he went in, but the RIP people that were in our group went in there and they got like a special. They went into that different room and we're waiting. So we actually had to sit and wait there for 10 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
And I did the whole like automatic. Didn't even think of it. Took my phone out to look at the time, and the guy's like, "Put your phone away."
What?
I'm like, "Oh, fuck you! I don't."
Wow.
I'm just checking the time, like, because I'm bored. I'm fucking bored. So
just quickly, Hellbound. That is one of the legends. The Goldfield Hotel is in Nevada, but yeah, there is quite a nasty story that a guy who impregnated. I'm not sure if she was a sex worker or not, but handcuffed a lady to a radiator, and he threw the baby down a mine shaft and then just left her handcuffed to the radiator to die. That's like one of the stories that's going around there. I as far as I'm aware, there is absolutely nothing to back that up. More than likely nonsense.
We've been handcuffed.
Sorry?
We've been handcuffed.
We have been handcuffed. And then we were also handcuffed in the what's it called? Bel Air House.
Bel Air House, yeah.
Was
second time, who'd have thought? Yeah, thanks very much, Ragman. You're amazing. Thank you, mate. So yeah, what else happened? What else happened in there? There was trying to think. There was the bit where they talked about, for the life of me, I can't remember. What the poor, is it a German lady or Austrian girl? Sorry, girl that was that inspired the real life story of The Exorcist. You know, the one who starved herself to death.
Oh, it wasn't a girl. For The Exorcist, that was a boy. Ronald,
okay, this is a girl.
Yeah. So that was different. Yeah. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember.
You know, her parents were found guilty in court for negligence because they didn't try to give her any medical care. They just kept calling in exorcists.
Yeah, I don't remember. Roland Doe was the not his actual name. I mean, Roland was his first name, but Doe was not.
Yeah,
there was another. I don't have it off the top of my head, but the other his other one. Oh, Annalise.
Emily Rose.
Emily Rose, maybe that was based on a real story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you get the bit where they retold that story?
No.
So he talked about that story, but there wasn't any. He didn't have any memorabilia about that. He just told the story. But what he did say, I'll give him this. I thought he was going to ignore the fact that and just focus on the ghost or the exorcism part of it, and ignore the bit that the parents were found guilty of manslaughter or assisted suicide or whatever it might have been, because they were found guilty in court. So he did say that, to be fair. It almost gets a little bit, after 2 hours, it almost gets a little bit overwhelming as well
Yeah.
with the amount of stuff you're bombarded with. There's things like you just kind of go, Jesus. Like there was one room, and I can't even remember. Like it was a really gross. It was about like a guy that used to. It wasn't John Wayne Gacy or Jeffrey Dahmer. It was another one. I can't remember the name. But he used to abduct men and torture them and
Is that the one chained down to a bed?
Yes.
And they had that I agree with you with that whole thing. I didn't like the serial killer like overview. I didn't like the pictures that he had up, like blown poster size. I thought it was disgusting and just out of. I mean, I'm okay with history, but it was like he was exploiting the graphic violence.
Oh, 100%.
Horrible. I just thought it was horrible.
Yeah, and like apparently that bed he had was the real bed that God knows how many men
allegedly.
I
wouldn't trust him.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Robert Ramirez he did have a little section for Robert Ramirez as well, Sid. But no, it wasn't Robert. Robert Ramirez, if it's the same, he's the guy from LA, right? I don't think he was a horrible bastard. He would just do it to. He was like the most opportunist kind of serial killer. He would just randomly go for anyone. Apparently, this guy that was the bed thing was or Richard Ramirez, Richard Ramirez. He would just victimize any random person he possibly could. Like if they left their window open or something like that, that would be enough. But this guy in the bed thing, he would target men, just men.
Yeah.
And like I say, the Night Stalker is Richard Ramirez. Yeah, there's a different guy on this story. Even though, like I say, Richard Ramirez was in, like Zach does mention Richard Ramirez. He has like, I don't want to say a shrine, but some of them are like fucking shrines.
Yeah.
Memorabilia and photographs and things like that.
Did he start off with that stuff? Because I thought it was like a haunted relic museum. Why is it all this murder stuff? Did it start off like that?
Well, Sam and Colby talk about this when they go in there, and they're like, "Oh, it must be haunted because serial killers would have." I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand the theory behind it, other than like the theories or hypothesis. I've always kind of come up with this was like the ghosts come for whoever is going to make the profit of the ghosts. They will make up whatever they want to get the ghosts in their property. So. From what I'm trying to understand, at least as far as what Sam and Colby says, I don't necessarily think Zach says this, but he probably, in a roundabout way, does, is that because you've got these people that have committed such gross atrocities, that maybe they're victims or they themselves, their energy, or at least a malevolent side of their blah, 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 goes into this house.
Yeah.
None of it makes any sense.
He does that.
None of it makes any sense.
The recordings that play from the speakers, he says that a lot. Their energy is in the objects, and it believes their energy is feeding the haunting. And it's all that just speculation bullshit. And it's just sick. I didn't like it at all. I either time. I just wanted to get through that and just on. And I was like, overall, I really expected more haunted stuff, and like the first couple of rooms we went into, there wasn't any. It was a bunch of dolls and stuff
Also, some of the dolls were so stupid. They were like, for some reason, it was like quite. There was one that was like that just looks like a prop from a movie, like
right.
like a real over the top scary rabbit, which just looks like it's. Like from Gremlins or something like that. There was other one where it was like for no reason whatsoever. It was like a zombie version of Dopey from the Seven Dwarfs. There were. It's like it was. He got some of just like creepy looking Humpty Dumpty dolls,
right.
And it's just like, what is this other than just creating an overall ambience?
Shock value.
Yeah. Like it doesn't really. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand, like, the idea is to overwhelm the senses with just overall creep to make you feel unease. I understand that. But, like, some of it is just, some of it, for me anyway, just took me out of the whole thing because it was so silly.
Well, and he had the Ed Gein's Cauldron.
Yeah.
Apparently. But even that, the first time I went there, I was looking at the cauldron and then looking at the news reports. I'm like, it's not the same cauldron. I don't. It looked different to me. There were characteristics and details that just were different, and it just made me think like, all right, I can't get a good picture of this, so I can't compare it later. But just staring at that, and that's one of the rooms that they yelled at me to get out of because I didn't want to leave. I was staring at it and then looking at the video that was playing on the wall, and I'm like, that's not the same one. It's just not. So I don't know where he got this from. Plus, I don't know how he would have gotten it because that would have been evidence.
Yeah.
And well, we know because he had that run-in where he allegedly he purchased evidence from the wife of one of the officers that worked on a case, and the police department got wind of it and came in and took it all from him because that's not something she was allowed to sell. So, like some of this stuff I see, like the cauldron and the bed, the original bed that apparently like one of the serial killers, like how did he get this stuff? I'd love to know, and I seriously doubt that it's genuine. I hope it's not. I really don't, because I mean, it's just it angers me. Like I'm feeling myself getting pissed off.
The thing is, like, it wouldn't be that big a deal if he just said it was a replica. I don't think people would be pissed off if he just said it was a replica.
Right. You know, to
give you a sort of idea of what,
to celebrate it. Like, oh look, you know, I got the real bed where someone was slaughtered and tortured at the last moments of his life, probably hours and days. Like, I don't see what the big deal. I don't see anything.
Multiple men as well. Like I think it was like 20 something.
It's just disgusting, and it just gives me an insight into his personality. Like, he's just a piece of shit.
Did you get the bit with? I'm not sure if you did because this was we heard about this just before we went down to the basement, so I'm not sure if you got this bit. But about Jenna Jameson.
I don't think so.
She's an ex-porn star.
Right.
And
well, I know her. I know who she is.
Of course you do.
But
we're all men here. We all know who she is.
We watch porn. How's that bologna, by the way?
I know.
Oh, bad man. So apparently, she and her family owned the house when she was growing up there.
That museum house?
Yeah.
Really?
I've never heard that. That never came up.
As I'm saying this, I'm almost certain that's what was said, but like I said, it was a while ago, and it was like, so Zach just sort of shit. I'm going to Google this now. I'm saying this.
I started diving into the history of the house the first time I went, and I found nothing like that came up.
Wait a minute.
I do not watch baloney porn, or do I?
Okay, wait a minute. So this is on Reddit. Question from Quarantine. Do we know who the famous female celebrity that used to live in the Haunted Museum? Zak Bagans Haunted Museum. I feel like it was mentioned during earlier HM episode. But I thought okay, so
it was a porn house.
This then leads. I believe it's when Jenna Jameson was a child. It was like a family home. I don't think it was anything like that. So here we go. This then leads into the most welcome, I'm sure, part of the RIP tour. So this is something that you only hear in the RIP tour. The basement. You watch a short video on Zach explaining how Gemma Jameson contacted him about it, and they show proof of how her family lived there in the 70s via her brother's birth certificate, listing the museum's address on it. The basement was self-guided. It was just before you went to the basement. And then Jenna Jameson was like contacted Zach to sort of say, I used to live there. This place was really haunted. And you don't hear Gemma Jameson say this. Zach just shows text messages from someone at the top listed as Gemma Jameson, and having this back and forth. Now, I'd like to think that must be true, because surely Gemma Jameson would sue the fuck out of him if he's faking text messages.
Well, I don't know. This is interesting. I'm writing this down because I want to look into this.
while you're doing that, Ghost Wiener, sorry, thank you so much for your €5. You look back and he's like, okay, this is between Ghost Wiener, Peter Venkman, if you're still here, and the Dark One. I haven't eaten anything. You all donated. I'm going to eat.
Well, I mean, it's 3 of them, so you have to eat at least
Shut
a whole
up.
piece,
No,
an entire piece,
Shut up. Shut your filth mouth.
and dip it.
Oh, shut up, Kitty.
It's 3 people. You've been slacking.
Shut up.
That's only half.
I'm supposed to be going on a ghost hunt tonight, and I'm going to throw up, and everyone's going to say it's because of the demons.
Yeah, totally worked that. I've been possessed.
I'd like to see Seg go to the Robert the Doll, because I see all these fake ghost hunters go there and they act possessed and they start gagging, and it's really bad. But I like to see
I'm
Seg.
gagging.
Let's see.
Yeah, that place is like a true crime museum, man. When you think about it, I think Elaine said that earlier.
There are more ghost stuff in there than serial killer stuff, but there's a lot of serial killer stuff.
There's a lot of serial killer. There's a lot of stuff that just is unrelated. Like they had the famous Western guy, not Billy the Kid, from Tombstone, Wyatt Earp's Bible.
I didn't see that.
Wow.
That was in like the second room, and he claims to have Wyatt Earp's Bible. And I contacted. I eventually did find a museum that has the confirmed Bible of Wyatt Earp, and it's definitely not in Zak's museum. But I talked to them, and they said it was unlikely that he would have had any kind of copy or anything like that. So who knows? But
it is really frustrating he gets away with this shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when it comes to his fan base, they don't question him.
They don't care. Yeah,
they don't care. It's like, wow, yeah, you're a celebrity. Whatever you say, okay.
So Mark the Lawson, thanks very much for 2 months. Surprised the victim's family haven't sued. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
The meme that would come from the Bologna vomit would be epic and go viral. I'm trying to think of what other bits were in that music. Did you watch the bit where I don't really understand this? It's in that weird nautical room where he has like a big giant
with the Titanic mirror.
Yeah, the Titanic, which he didn't even bring that up. It was just this giant model of the Titanic, and then he talks about what was that actress's name that died on the boats that Christopher Walken was on?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Sally
she was.
But it was really weird. It was like he put some mannequin in the room. The mannequin fell over, and he just so happened to message the guy who was the captain of the boat on the night she died. And he said something weird happened to him, allegedly at the exact moment that this mannequin fell over, and none of it made any sense to me. I was like, what are you talking about? Like, how can you confirm any of these things? How do you know? This guy was like on the other side of the world or something like that. He's like lives in Australia or something crazy like that. It just didn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
Do you remember that bit?
Yeah.
Did you watch that bit, like with the video where that happened?
No. I'm trying to find it now, but I don't see it.
It's so weird. Anyone B, thank you so much for your $2. No. I need a rest.
Stepping out.
I need a rest. Oh.
There's all that juice.
Joe, do you want to join us? Let me know if you want to join us.
I can send the link.
Yeah, just send a link.
I can do that.
Send a link. Why is my question? Is he so obsessed with demons and serial killers? Because that's where the money's at.
Right.
People. I'm not just saying. I've never. You won't really see me do a video on serial killers or anything like that. I don't like glorifying them. I think one of the big reasons they do some, or not the sole reason, but definitely a huge perk on the reason serial killers do what they do is the narcissistic want for infamy. They want to be infamous. They want to be known. They want their names to go down in history. Now, that seems to happen less and less today than it did back in the 70s. It seemed to be a very 70s, 60s, 70s, 80s kind of thing. But it's still, I think, something that very much attracts these horrible people to do that. And we, as consumers, as well as the media, are a big part of that problem. Now, I'm not going to say, if you're into that kind of stuff, I'm not going to say how dare you kind of thing. You do whatever you want to do. It's just not for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. What always frustrates me is like when everyone knows the name of these serial killers and no one unless it's like a particularly famous victim, like Sharon Tate or something like that. Like no one, like Ted Bundy's victims, most people couldn't tell you, and Jack the Ripper's victims, like most people couldn't tell you there. You know what I mean? Like we don't really care.
We remember the killer and not the victims.
Yeah,
and that's a shame. That really is.
We now know. We now just have women glorifying the serial killers that think it's hot. Yeah, especially that Richard Ramirez guy. Like there were some women who really fell in love with that guy, and he was.
The fuck is wrong with them?
Like, hey Joe, that Richard Ramirez guy. Like you're not just talking about like a sick guy who used to kill people. You're talking. He was a nonce. He was a serial essayer. Like he murdered old people, men, women, children, molested all of it. He was one of the worst fucking people, and he would just attack anybody.
Yeah,
just anybody, just to get his kind of. Was Ramirez the Zodiac killer? I don't think that wasn't the Zodiac killer. He was someone said it earlier. What was his name? What was his name?
The Zodiac killer?
Samson.
No, not the Zodiac killer. What was his name? Someone will say Night Stalker. Thank you. Who just said that? I just read it and I've lost it. Oh, there you go. Ganja Mama. Thank you. The Night Stalker. Yeah, Richard Ramirez is the Night Stalker. Blast Rights. Thank you so much for your 14 months. I'd rather not think about it, to be perfectly honest.
You don't know, but he's actually sitting on the toilet right now.
It looks like it too.
It's going right through. That's why he mutes his mic every once in a while. Pay attention. A little pop up.
Yeah, there was a little section dedicated to John Wayne Gacy as well. I forget some of the other ones. It was but I would say probably about a solid 35% was dedicated to real life serial killers, and then there was another section that would have just been out and out paranormal, like the Dybbuk box kind of thing, or the Grey. I keep saying the Grey Stole, Peggy the Doll, and then there was that probably would have been about 30%. 20% was just pure bullshit shock stuff, like going to the clown, the circus stuff.
Hallway, the diorama of the circus.
The diorama. Which, don't get me wrong, the diorama looked amazing, but it was
it didn't fit.
No. Oh, what do you mean?
It didn't. I'm going to a haunted museum.
It literally
not. And they have this whole room.
Yeah.
The hallway with all the clowns, it's done up on mannequins. And then that one, when you go up the stairs, I guess to that hallway, the last time I was there, Zach jumped in front of me with a clown mask. He didn't realize it was me.
Really?
He jumps down from the top stairs and he goes, "Oh!" And I was like, "The fuck you doing?" And that was it. He was so mad that he didn't scare me. He took off his mask and then turned around and walked up the stairs, and he was gone.
That's so funny. For those of you asking, I did not see Zach, by the way, because I did see people ask me that earlier. I did not see Zach.
Well, it was
actually happening because we were told at the beginning of the tour, oh, you might see Zach. He likes to sort of jump out at people, and I thought that was bullshit, but it actually happened.
No, he does. Yeah, he does. He came out. So the second time I was there, we were in line because we had to wait on the side of the building, and then they called us up and said, "All right, we get a group," and there was.
So I'm just going to cut you off very quickly because I don't want to hold this in my hand any longer than I have to. Ragman and who gave me the $2 earlier. Thank you so much.
How's it feel? Is it squishy? Does it wiggle?
Yeah.
So when we were called up to the front door, I think there was 13 or 15 of us. There was only 2 people that were not in our group. All of us were skeptics. And he came out the front door. He had a hat on, regular hat. He had his black outfit that he wears on the show. He came out with his buddy. He stopped in front of us, went like this, gave his buddy the hat. His buddy gave him the hat that he wears on the show. He went like this and waited. And nobody said anything. Because
so
I was the only one that recognized him. and I was trying to get my phone out because I was like, how cool would it be to get a selfie with him? But he got mad because nobody said, "Oh my God, there's Zach." And you could visibly see on his face, he got mad and had a temper tantrum and literally stormed off.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if that is a big reason why he did this museum in the first place. Is that level of ego?
Yeah. It was sad.
Joe Sweeney said, "Lick your fingers, Seg."
No.
Lick them.
I'm going to have to... You know in Men in Black where he holds on to that thing to burn off his fingertips? I'm going to have to do that so I can just get the stench of bologna out of my fingers.
Does it taste like the slime from Slimer?
That was a good joke, Crow. Go fuck yourself. Andy, this is to stop you from eating gross food.
Paying you to stop
Thank
eating
you,
it.
Andy.
That's great.
Joe likes bologna.
I like bologna.
I think all you Yanks like bologna. Well, I don't know. Actually, there's a lot of people in the chat
I
saying
think it's
bologna is disgusting.
so. I know you're not from Australia, but do you like Vegemite?
Yeah.
Of course.
See, like I tried it. It was so gross. I didn't even. I tasted it. I got 2 chews and spit it out because I was like, "This is the most disgusting thing I've ever tasted." So I think it really is where you grew up, and like I grew up with bologna.
you're 100% correct. It's where you grew up. Like so.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not from Australia, we still have Marmite in the UK, which is very similar. I would say Vegemite is a little bit stronger. There's very Australians like to make out there's a big difference. There's not a big difference, maybe ever so slightly. But to me, veggie Marmite, buttered toast with like some veggie or Marmite on it, delicious.
Isn't it like
delicious.
salty? It's like salty cream.
It's not cream, no. It's like I don't really know what to compare it to. It's very salty. There's nothing else really quite like it.
Where he's going with it. I can't touch my finger on it.
Oh, you know what it tastes like.
Yeah, but also the chat the other night, we had like UK versus Australia getting like pissed at each other, saying how different it was. Like the UK was like, they're all about the Marmite, Australia's about the Vegemite.
It's very, very. There is a slight difference. I have had them like back to back. They're very similar though. Like if people can't make out it's a big difference, it's not a big fucking difference. It really isn't. Steph, Queen, thank you very much for your $4.99. Really appreciate it. So, what's your Bologna's first name? Say his name. What's your Bologna's first name?
My bologna has a first name. It's Oscar.
Also, there's an actual reference to that.
It's an actual commercial, yeah.
I'm not American. I'm not going to get this.
Has a second name. It's M-E-Y-E-R.
What did Seg call it the other day? Beluga or some shit?
You know what's funny, man? Because like I've never seen the name bologna written before. The word bologna written before. Because I'm pretty sure in Italy, isn't there a city or a town called Bologna?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
But you guys pronounce it bologna.
Bologna.
There's no I in it.
Oh my God, Joe Henry.
Bologna. I think it's Bologna is the name of the town, but it's spelt the same way. I might be wrong, but I think that's the case. But I can tell you right now, Italians wouldn't eat that. They're way too snobby to eat that. They might do it the way you guys are saying, where you got to fry it up. I don't know, mate. I can imagine if you fry that up or put it in an air fryer, it would taste way better.
No, it's just like it stinks all the hell when you fry it.
Bologna's been good to you. Come on. Dude, I'm going to get fried bologna sandwich one day, bro.
My daughter would fry that stuff and it'd stink up. I was like, oh my God, you got to stop doing that shit.
It tastes better than it smells.
Are we talking about bologna still?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I've heard Crow said that to many women, I'm sure.
Stop putting bad thoughts in my head. Bad influence.
And I'm trying to think of like what else happened in that Zak Bagans Museum now. Because like I said, because it goes on for like 2.5 hours. I think it was like closer to 3 actually. But it's only supposed to go on for 2. It tells you 2, but like it went on for ages.
Yeah.
But like it is like an information overload with some of those things. Where I'm sure there's some rooms I just completely.
We should have had you try some Vienna sausages or Spam. That'd be a little bit more safe.
Oh, there was the bit where actually, Kenny, it was the video that you appeared on in Beardo's debunk on the Zak Bagans documentary.
The Demon House?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you see that bit? Was that there when you were there?
That was there. It's its own room. And they have
they
a
open
staircase.
the shutters and they try to recreate the basement, which looked shit. And then they were like, oh, when they dug it up, they found some artifacts down there. And like, oh, artifacts of a demon house. Oh, let's see what kind of crazy, ritualistic, pagan-y kind of like devil worshiping shit. It was like a fucking moldy old comb.
Yep. Yeah.
It was like a moldy old comb. Some bits of like plate type ceramic. I don't know what you want to call it. That was obviously just thrown down there and broken and just made its way in the dirt. Like literally nothing of any interest.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. There was nothing there. And did they have the costume from the documentary?
Yes.
Yeah. That demonic.
That was ridiculous.
Yeah. That was silly. That was silly.
And that's another one where I'm like, Beardo did a very good job in that video debunking the whole thing. And it was like, that one really makes me angry, actually. That's one of the more egregious Zak Bagans outright exploitation.
That was my first my first article on Zak was that. I went through the entire documentary and just picked out everything that was wrong with it. Everything that I found that was wrong with it. And I found the police reports. I found everything where he overestimated. He made it seem like things happened when they didn't. I found the report that was filed about the child walking up the wall by himself, but he doesn't. His grandmother was actually holding him, helping him go up the wall, which is something I used to do as a kid. I mean,
wasn't there something crazy that one of the social workers there as well was found to be like negligent of their job and had to be let go? But they tried to make out that she quit because the demonic forces were so extreme. She wasn't recommending.
As from what I hear, and this is not confirmed, but from what I hear, like she was not following procedure. She was letting them go too many times. And because the story broke and became so public, then it came out and she had to leave. So there's that issue.
Did she claim she had to leave because she was scared of the demon kind of thing?
I think that was a convenient excuse.
Yes.
I don't even remember if she even said anything about why she left. It just thought they just left it as, I was there. I was a social worker.
No,
and that was
she did interviews afterwards where she mentions it. And I think in that documentary, she's interviewed.
She is. And Zak makes a big deal of that. That's like a big talking point for Zak is that she left because she was scared of the demons. Before we go any further, I've never been so depressed to read out a 50 gifted memberships. I know what this really means. Wow. Mike Stash, thank you so much, you bastard. For that.
Whole piece.
For that,
Whole piece.
oh,
Whole piece. It's 50 memberships. Yeah, the entire thing. That's right. Juice and all.
Drippage.
Oh,
Drippage, baby.
Do it, man. Do it. Do
Hold
it.
on. Saxophone music incoming.
Do it. Just
One
eat
sec.
it.
Come on, baby. Put that big piece of blow in your mouth.
it's still dripping.
So much drippage.
Get it over with.
Here we go. Down the hatch. Kid, you're disturbing right now.
Look at him breathing. Oh yeah, shove it all in, baby. Take it all.
he seriously cannot get this sick. He still has a lot more traveling to do.
Getting in the CFI office being naughty.
The door's closed. They can't hear me.
Oh shit! I'm gonna send this to the runaway.
Is this sliding down?
I think Seg's bloody name should be Rupert. I don't know why Rupert's just sticking out to me. Is that the posh word?
Is that what you call your sock puppet when you're watching porn?
Mine's Baloney Pony.
Of course it is. Oh, I love this.
Seg's, oh man.
Poor Seg.
Oh,
Oh man, it's brutal.
Tiptoe through the window, by the window. That's where I'll be on tiptoe.
all right, back.
Oh no! He's gonna pop. Oh man.
Don't blow chunks. Oh, come on, blow chunks. Oh,
What the fuck, man?
All right, so this works. Cool.
All right. How's it going, Joe?
It's going. It's
Yeah.
going.
Hey Joe, get a little closer to the microphone, okay?
Is it too loud?
I can hear your thoughts.
That's a good one. That was good. How you feeling?
I'm
there,
going to be completely honest with you guys. I had to spit some of that out.
Oh,
Okay, you tried.
That's so bad. Oh no, I'm not doing a whole one again. I don't know what it is. I just can't. Shut up, everyone. For I know what's going to come. What you're going to think next. I just can't swallow that much meat.
That is going into my soundboard.
Yeah.
You can clip that one, Raven. I just can't. I can't do it.
you need to practice more.
You Americans seem to be able to do it.
Sometimes it's
Jake,
just
have you had Waffle House yet?
No, we talked about this. I've never had a Waffle House.
Well, you got to change that since you're here.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think there's any around here.
Waffle House. Okay. Oh, still got a little bit of bologna in my mask. Fucking foul. Oh, good God.
No.
Also, thank you still all the same, Mike Stash, though.
Oh,
This is great.
what we got here? Valkyrie Rage, thank you so much for your $5. $5. Seg will be haunted by the Grim Rupert. What a fantastic bologna name.
Rupert. It's perfect, dude.
Raven's collecting a bunch of stuff. I'm pretty scared. Has anyone got any questions about I don't mind going on a little bit later than usual, but has anyone got any questions about the well, either about Bologna, but I'd rather not talk about Bologna anymore, or more importantly, the Zak Bagans Museum. Has anyone got any questions? Just put a Q at the beginning of what you say, and then I'll be able to pick it out. Hey, how's it going, Goth Dove? I have heard about Waffle House and the link to severe weather warnings. I read about that here in Australia. Hilarious. Okay. Oh. That bologna's not going down well because I did eat some of it, but then it's just too much meat for me. Wait a minute, I saw Stu. Seg, does the bologna juice smell like ass? Yes.
Should I play that sound?
Which one?
That weird one.
What did it cost?
Too much.
Too much. I think it's like an extra $30. So it's like 50, 55 for regular, like a regular tour. And I think it's like 70, 75.
No, the bologna. How much the bologna cost?
Also too fucking much. The bologna's like, I tell you what, when you're spending Australian dollars, it is expensive here in America. It's not, it's not as cheap as it used to be. Like pre-COVID, post-COVID, your country's gone really expensive.
Well, look at the administration. So
yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, Australia is no better, but just because the Aussie dollar is so much weaker than the American dollar. But this cost me, I think it was like $5.50 or something like that, which would be about $8, which would be very expensive.
Yeah.
But I do suppose, like, you get a lot of meat in there. Like, there's a lot of meat in that.
Yep.
You got to pay more for the thick slice.
Thick slices.
That was the only bologna they had, by the way. Or at least the only bologna I could see. Wait a minute. So Ghost Winner, did you get a selfie with Zak Bagans? Unfortunately, I did not. I didn't get to meet the guy. Do you feel ripped off? No, because I did enjoy it. And I can now have fun talking to you fine, degenerate people about it.
I often think that's the trade-off, at least for us, because it's content. It's not just like if I was paying like what $85, $87 to get in for that VIP tour, I think I'd probably be upset that it wasn't what I expected. But I see that as a investment in, like, I'll get a couple articles out of this. Or a video or two, and a live stream. So yeah, it's an investment for us.
Yeah, and it's something that you never know when that knowledge will come into future videos or future debates or debunks or whatever is going forward. Seg, does Zach have anything in the museum from the UK? Yeah, Peggy the doll's British.
Yeah.
Which is why I also said I called her a wanker when I was up close to her, in case she'd understand what that meant. I imagine not many she gets called that too many times in America. Waffle House Index is nuts but real. Okay.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
Okay.
Maybe they don't know, but Waffle House is a restaurant.
Yeah, I just thought it was a restaurant too. To answer your question there, Milky Beard, is actually, I'm going to try and do this so it doesn't leak all over me. Chicken, pork, and beef. So it's not chicken or beef. It's chicken and beef and pork.
It's all the shit.
Yummy. And it weirdly doesn't taste like any animal. Did you ask anyone if they come here often? Every day I work here. No, I didn't ask anyone anything like that. How much did it cost? I think I just said that. Like, it was like $80, $90 for the Zak Bagans thing, and that was like, I think $5.50. But I don't know if, because I bought it in Vegas, because Vegas is like kind of in the middle of the desert. Is there like a little bit of a premium for everything you buy out there, or is that not really a thing? Because it's just going to be that difficult to get it out to Vegas. Is that like a thing or not really?
To getting bologna?
No, just anything, like
Oh.
any produce.
Well, dude, Vegas, like I
Particularly
don't.
bologna.
When I've been there, I don't shop anywhere near the strip.
Okay.
I go way off. The
Yeah, so
strip
did I.
more
Like
than
I hired my car and to
But it
drive
is-
up where I'm at now.
it is
and,
expensive. Like we've had our science conference out there for the last several years, like 6 or 7 years, and this was the last year was the last time we were told we're not going back because it's way too expensive to host anything out there. So, but yeah, because I've seen it. Like I used to go there years ago, and it's like you could spend very little and get tons of shit, like eat big meals and drinks and all that stuff, and it was so cheap. And the last time I was there, I was like, "Fuck no, man! This is worse. This is so much worse than home." Just the prices are.
Vegas is actually funny enough that when I got off the plane and the taxi driver was talking to me about it, and he was like, lots of people are complaining about how expensive Vegas has become now.
Yeah,
like those dirt cheap drinks are a thing of the past, the cheap meals, all that kind of stuff. Like even the cheap hotel rooms, it's all just like COVID just killed a lot of that.
Yeah,
I lived in Vegas for a couple months, and literally, like, we were like just down the road from Fremont. In fact, where we were living, if I pulled out of the parking lot and just made a right turn, there was that big, like the sphere thing or whatever with the carnival right up top.
Theater.
Yeah, literally on that same road. If I was to pull out of the parking lot where we were living, just drive straight down that road, there it was. It was, for me, it was a little wild because, like, where I'm at in Tennessee, dude, they don't lock like deodorant and stuff like that up, behind cages or anything like that. You go into Walmart and you just grab deodorant or whatever. And going to any Walmart in Vegas, I'm like, I'm just here to get deodorant and a couple of other things. I got to stand around and wait for somebody to unlock this cage to get it for me. It was wild.
I'll just quickly say before I read out this comment for Gothed Up, it's funny now because like I just walked maybe 3 blocks away from Fremont Street, and you don't want to be around there now. It was just it got pretty scary pretty quick around some parts of Vegas. But just quickly, like Gothed Up here says, someone explain the Waffle House weather index to Seg, please. So I just Googled it. And then AI answer has come up with the Waffle House Index is an informal metric used by FEMA to whatever that means to assess the severity of a storm and its impact to a community. It's based on observation that Waffle House restaurants, known for their 24/7 operation, tend to remain open during and after severe weather events. Okay.
All right.
Fuck you.
All right.
Donna Peter Beckman, thank you very much for your $10. How about some more bologna? Motherfucker. I saw there was some other. I saw there was some other donations, so I'll put them all together. I'll just read them all out first. But yes, I have a little bit more bologna, you bastards. Have you tried? I don't like peanut butter burger with jalapeno bacon jelly burgers. Was it?
Had the peanut butter burger.
Michael, did you mention this to me in the last live? Someone else has talked to me about this before, and it sounds absolutely disgusting. Does your travel insurance cover food poisoning? I bloody hope so. I really hope so. Will you play Ding Dong Dash at Zach Slater? He probably has like a trap door that opens up.
I gotta get going.
You gotta go?
Yeah, I gotta go.
Thanks very much, Kenny.
Yeah, thanks for letting me on and hanging out, and it was great. Enjoy the rest of the bologna, and
sure.
I'll see you in like what, 2 weeks or something like that, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
All right.
I'll be seeing Kenny later on this trip as well, guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll see you later, mate.
All right, later, Crow. Later, Joe.
Buddy.
Cheerio. What's the flight speed at the Unladen Swallow? Off an Unladen Swallow. I feel like that's a reference, something. Are you concerned that Zach might reveal your identity on camera's sake? No, I mean, I don't really think he gives a shit, to be perfectly honest. I doubt it. I mean, if he does it, he does it. Fuck it. What can I do? I can't. I've always sort of said, like, people kind of think, oh, I'm too scared to reveal my face. I'll if it comes out, it comes out. Like, whatever.
I mean, it's not like you've accidentally revealed your face a time or two before, right?
Yeah, it's not like it's ironclad here. Yeah, I've fucked up and I've shown my face before a couple of times. I can hear baloney from your mouth. Thanks very much for the €5, Dark One. There's one more. Okay, Anna Grace, thank you very much for your £5. Are you going to invest in a greenhouse because of that meat? I might have to. All right, thank you very much. Dark One, Anna Grace, and Peter Venkman.
Oh,
This one's for
dude.
you.
Oh, man. Oh, that much.
You guys talk.
Oh, man. So, oh, boy. I don't know what to say now.
Yeah, me neither.
Joe, play that sound.
I'm so fucking glad I brought you guys on.
If Seg dies for eating the bologna, Zach will claim him as an exhibit. Oh, he'll have Seg's mask in Zach's museum. Oh, my God. Did you use Zach's Soltar fortune telling machine? If I make it to Australia, would you be opposed to trying a fried bologna and cheese sandwich, adding the cheese and frying it? Yeah, it really does, Jody. Yeah, I'm sure he's looking forward to that.
See, with the bologna sandwich, you got to have cheese and you got to have mayo.
Yeah, I put mustard too.
Well, you can have your mustard, bitch.
Yeah, damn. My bologna.
Okay.
My demon after visiting a haunted museum at 3 a.m. That'd be a good title.
Oh, okay. That was foul.
No, because
Okay.
people in Tennessee don't steal the shit out of things in stores.
Girly Twirly, thank you so much for becoming a member. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Side Eye Guy Shit Show. I appreciate that. And Sorta Rica, thank you very much for your $5. Welper eating that Play-Doh factory meat slurry slice like an American. Why I personally eat known meats, but hey, welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, I can't get the taste of this.
Elaine Baker's drawing up a
right down the back where the taste buds are at. It's like it's there because I've been chewing it so much. Seg, did you see any actual historical objects in the museum being improperly handled or stored? No, I think he's actually done quite a good job with the actual handling of it. I don't think, because it's in his best interest to do so. He wants to preserve these as best he can. Most of them you're not allowed to touch or anything like that. They're behind the slave tab. So are you okay? Have you been the motherfucker eating this raw bologna?
Who, me?
No, the other motherfucker coughing all over the mic.
I hit mute. I thought I hit mute. Shit, my
Well,
bad.
you didn't. Oh, sorry, guy. I hit mute.
That was aggressive.
Yeah, I'm in a bad mood. I've been eating nothing but raw bologna for the
Daddy,
past 2 hours.
Daddy, chill.
Shania Smith, thank you so much for your €20. Thank you so much. Going back to the Demon House, if we are able to believe the movie. Going back to the Demon House, if we are able to believe the movie, the fact that Zach tracked down the family who didn't want to talk to him and then threw a hissy fit shows who he really is when rejected. Oh, yeah, absolutely. You know what? I really do actually have to watch that full. I've watched a bit of it. I watched Beardo's video on it. I haven't seen Kenny's article.
Okay. Let me give you some context on that. They actually had a deal with the production company because they wanted to make a movie out of it. So they weren't allowed to talk to anybody about it. In fact,
right.
He had it out with some producer telling Zach that he didn't want him to put out anything on the house, that they were wanting to do a movie on it and shit like that. So there was a bit of a fight there. And they weren't happy that Zach bought the house either, according to Zach's documentary. So,
yeah. Wait a minute, I'm just going to get down. Sorry if I'm missing a lot of people's chats here, but wait a minute.
Hey,
I'm just going to
get down there. Get down there, Seg.
Shut up.
Get down there.
Macy, Seg, thank you very much for your 8 months. Seg, be glad it wasn't a little can of weenies. Yeah, that probably, I don't know why. Would that be worse? Probably. I don't know.
No. Yeah.
Miss, how do I say that? Is it
Bojangles?
Yeah. Thank you so much for your £10. Thank you so much. No more bologna. It makes me feel sick just watching you try to eat it. Funny enough, I was going to try a little bit more between the $20, the £10, and the new membership. But considering you don't want me to, I'm going to take that as a sign and not.
Dude, you don't want to get food poisoning out here, man. That's yeah.
Eddie Von B, thank you very much for your $2. Mustard, mayo, chips, bologna sandwich, yummy. Sounds gross. Sounds completely and utterly gross. Okay, I'm at the bottom of the chat now. I tell Zach to take his ego and shove it up his butt, but I don't think it would fit. True enough.
Hell yeah, Eddie.
Yes. He's not eating it, just it's all pouch by my mask.
Yeah.
Full of bologna, and it's just rising up around my cheek. You're gonna see it coming out the eyeball soon.
Oh, man. Hey, do you like sprayed cheese? You like sprayed cheese?
That's purely American. I've never had that either.
Oh, dude, man. Just spray it all over your face. It's great.
Like
the cheese whiz?
Is it really a thing? Like, do you guys actually? Is it like a joke novelty thing, or do you guys actually eat spray cheese?
There's this
go ahead.
like cheese whiz stuff that's in a can, and if you bend the fuck, here we go. Shut up,
Tip?
Crow. Tip.
Yeah.
Yeah. The cheese will come out of it.
Where do you spray it? Yeah, you spray it in your mouth. I have the
You're surely not supposed to spray it in your mouth. Are you supposed to spray it on bread?
That too.
Or crackers.
It's mandatory to spray it in your mouth first. All Americans know this, right? In chat, I think we all agree. You have to mandatory do a shot in the mouth first before you put it on the cracker. Was that just me?
Yeah. Sounds racist. Sorry. Cheese in the can. What kind of hell do you guys live in? Cool Whip. What is? I know that that's a Family Guy joke. Or cool. Like Cool Whip. What is Cool Whip?
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
Oh Jesus!
You put an H in there.
Like a white
cream. Cool Whip.
It's like hold on. Say it again.
Cool Whip.
I thought you were joking.
No, Cool Whip. I would say Cool Whip. I'm
Okay.
doing the Family Guy bit.
My bad. Oh, okay, my bad. Sorry.
Dickhead.
It's like whipped cream. It's like cream. It's like white cream.
Whipped cream. So like Philadelphia.
In your mouth.
No. Basically, it's the shit you'd put on like your pumpkin pie.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's like a
Yes.
sweet, it's like a sweet thing, like a sweet cream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I so regret bringing you guys on.
Trying to figure out how to speak Australian.
I need to put the lid on this bologna. Guys, the bologna train is gone. I am going to actually set fire to the rest of this. I'm putting the lid back on, and yeah, I'm going to launch it out my hotel bedroom window. Oh, I don't feel good.
It'd be funny if you threw it out the window and it's like got hit in the head with a
Wet salami bologna. Wet salami slices.
I mean, you can always toss it to a homeless person. They'd appreciate it.
They say, how fucking dare you? I have rights, I'm still a human being,
They'll fry that shit on the concrete. They're good.
I'll never forget this. When I was, and I don't know, maybe people in the chat tell me if I'm being if this was insensitive, but I remember I was probably like 18 or 19. And I took a girl out on a date. And this is how classy I was. We went to Pizza Hut. And we got like whatever we got. And then like, we had a little takeaway thing. A little, because we didn't need too much of it. So, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this to a homeless person. Like, it was cold as well, like British cold weather. And the gentleman was more than likely intoxicated. Grabbed the thing on the who the fuck? I just threw it on there. Then like the box went all over the place. The pizza went all over the street. And I wanted to kick his fucking head in at the time. But looking back here now, I don't know. Is that insulting?
He probably wanted money to go buy some more booze.
Yeah, probably, but he wasn't getting it. He was going to get food because I thought to myself, you know what? You need food, dickhead.
I don't give homeless people money because they're just going to use it for drugs or booze.
Well, not necessarily. God, man, you guys, man. See?
Well, I didn't really have that much money to give. I was just like, here, have some food. I just thought it'd be nice to give someone some food. But he was not appreciative of that.
So mean, Joe.
Anyway, I don't want to talk this about like the politics of homeless people. That just all popped in my mind. Guys, we're at the 2 hour, 15-minute mark. We're probably going to wrap things up real soon because I need to go vomit in the toilet. Any like very, very last minute sort of questions for anyone here? Like, anyone here? You guys got any questions for each other or anyone in the chat or like just whatever? I'm losing my mind right now.
Did you ever feel do you ever feel special? Do you ever feel special?
Have we got any questions that aren't like totally retarded? Are you going to go to the what's the sheets? What's the is that what I think it means?
It is a gas station that it's just a big gas station that has a bunch of gas station food, shit like cooked shit, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, maybe.
It ain't no Buc-ee's.
I don't know what Buc-ee's means either.
Oh my God.
Have you ruined America yet? America's ruined me.
That's for sure.
Have you been propositioned by any escorts in Vegas? No, I wasn't. Not this time. That has happened before, but not this time.
I was on the phone with you when it happened.
Yeah, I was actually on the phone with Crow one time when it happened. True story. Go see Penn and Teller. I would love to, actually. I like Penn and Teller.
Yeah.
Seg, when is your America Bologna slap challenge? Is that as we grab a bit of salami and slap someone across the face? Like, I challenge you to a bologna duel. When will you be in Rhode Island? I'm bringing you to a brewery. I will be in Rhode Island for email me. I will be in Rhode Island for a couple of days, but it's literally like a day, and I haven't got very long in Rhode Island at all. So if there's anyone I can't meet up on, I said, don't get angry at me because it just is the way it is. I'm afraid. Like, I just don't have very much time. I would love to do this America trip another time and just give myself some more breathing room between places I go to because I've got a lot of time here in Nevada, and then I'm in Tennessee for a short period of time, and then I'm over on the East Coast for a very short period of time, and then I fly home, and it's just the way it's worked out.
The next time you take a trip out here, just let me know. We'll take care of you.
There you go. There it is. Thank you. That means to be the motto around the world. America, I think I know which bit you're meaning by that. Okay, guys. Yeah, we'll probably beauty sleep and place bologna over your eyes.
I wanted Seg to try a po' boy while he was out here, and if you find a seafood place, man, I don't know.
North Carolina is next to Tennessee, so definitely put in your location for your list. The courthouse. Okay. All right. Okay.
How far away is it from Bristol, Tennessee? That's where I'm at.
Yeah. Crow, are you taking Seg to get chicken gizzards? Would that make me throw up?
Dude, there's this gas station over here that's got chicken gizzards, and they're really fucking good, but very salty. But you like? I think you'd like them. They're not. If you know what they were, you probably wouldn't like them, but
No, I probably wouldn't.
I do every once in a while. Chicken gizzards, yes.
Play the crow sound.
I deserve that.
There it is.
Thank you.
That will never get boring. Occult Life, thanks very much for the 1 month. You probably shouldn't like Vienna sausage either. Is that like?
That's the little wieners in the can. I think you like
Yeah, I
those.
think I've seen that before. No, I don't think I'd want to try that. I can tell you that, guys. I'm not doing another thing like that bologna thing again. That was like a one-off. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Like, I might, if I find it, I might try the canned cheese thing. Because actually, I might do that. I'll see if I can find that somewhere.
Yes.
I'll do that for another live stream while I'm in America.
Yes. Sorry.
Michael says try Five Guys. Dude, we ain't got enough money
Yeah,
for a place like that.
Seg will be offended and walk out of that shit.
You have to get a loan and hope you get approved for that. And
Hey, Seg,
I want to try Five Guys. Yes.
Popeyes.
I want to find some Popeyes as well.
yeah,
Have
we
you
took
had
them there.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had it with Joe actually. It was delicious.
Fuck, man. Popeyes is awesome.
Popeyes is awesome.
God
All right,
damn,
guys.
that
All right,
actually
guys. All right, guys. We're gonna we'll call it a day now. Thanks very much, everyone. Thanks very much for joining us. I hope we talked enough about the Zak Bagans Museum that actually gave you some sort of like insight of what it's like. I hope you enjoyed me throwing up in my own mouth with eating all that fucking bologna. Thanks very much for earlier, who's now left, Kenny Biddle. At the moment, we got Crow Juice and ND7 Joe Tally. Please go check out all their channels. They're all there. And thanks everyone that's been like just involved in the chat, chatting away, asking questions, having fun, laughing at me in particular. And of course, thank you to everyone that has donated. This America trip, even with all the generosity I've been given, it's still expensive. So really appreciate you guys helping me out there and just help funding the trip. Really, like everything you're giving here is going back into like making more content for the channel. The hotel I'm staying at right now, I don't want to give too much away, but I haven't even been able to talk about this yet. But I'll talk about it maybe the next time. But I went ghost hunting around here, and it was quite interesting. Actually, something actually did happen, but I won't go into it too much. Just wait for the videos to come out. So, guys, thank you very much again, Crow, Joe. Thanks very much for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
And awkward ending, guys. All the best.
Tiptoe through the window.